Hey, good morning, everybody. It's me, Ria, here. Just feeling called to come on and do a message for you all before I go out and go for my run or go for my exercise. And I'm being called to do something a little bit different today for a message. Normally I do my Gaia's Guidance or Ria on the Run or Power of Three message. And I'm being really guided today to pull a couple cards from the Moonology Oracle deck cards. I feel there's a message from the moon wanting to come forth. I've been spending a lot of time lately, every evening, going to the beach and just laying as the stars come out and watching the moon and communing with the energy of the ocean and the stars. And I'm just feeling that that energy wants to come forth in a channeled message. So I'm going to do that. But we're still going to do our cross breath, because what the light does when we do our cross breath and we come to our center, and as we illuminate that light within through our breath, through our awareness, through our focus, through our allowance, we bring forth the messages of the moon. They work in unison. So these go together. The cross breath works in unison with messages from the moon, just like the light illuminating on the moon, bringing forth energies that need to be brought into the light, into our awareness. So that, I believe, is what I'm being called to bring forth a message, bring forth through the cross breath, through our sun within, bringing something into illumination, something into our awareness that needs just some light shed on it. It needs to be allowed. The moon is saying, there's energies that need to be allowed, that we've been holding still within the darkness, and they got to come forth into the light. So we'll do the cross breath first, and then I will pull a few cards, guys. As you know, this is the cross breath, the symbolic representation by the sun of our light within, of our merging of spiritual and physical energies coming together, illuminating all that we are, activating a remembering of all that we are. There is no striving, there is no trying, there is only being and allowing that light, that God source energy, that higher self that we are. Always there, always present. Just that in the human experience, we can create illusions or veils that make us think we're separate, but we're never separate. And even the illusions and the veils are for that greater expansion of the light within us. All right, guys, so we'll take a quick breath, and then I will pull a few cards from the Moonology deck to see what wants to come forth. I feel right now even the moon energy is speaking and saying, as we come into our breath, as we connect to our sun within, as we connect to the love and light and allow all that we are, all of the messages of the moon come forth naturally. They are brought forth into the light. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, guys. We'll drop from the head, the mind, into our heart center, into our heart portal. It is through our heart that we connect with God's source energy, that we connect with all that we are. It's through our feelings and our emotion. It is through the formless, the invisible realm, that we connect and allow all that we are to be experienced in the physical. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, drop into our heart space, feel your energy, feel into it and allow it. Feel the vibration, feel the expansion. As you bring awareness to something, you create it, you allow it. You are allowing light on all timelines, all dimensions, and all portals. God is timeless, everywhere, all at once. So are you. So as you bring forth the light into your present moment of now, you bring light into all moments of now. And exhale. Know on that out breath, guys, that is the release. That is the release and the allowance of this light within you, of the innateness that you are, the love, the light, the abundance, the health, perfect balance, harmony. On that exhale, you are releasing all that does not serve you. It has, but now it's time to be released. As you release and move energies, you allow higher frequencies to permeate you, to come forth, to illuminate, to shine. Whoops. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Please share out, guys, if you haven't shared out, those that are watching. All right. So I'm going to pull just a few Moonology cards. I'm feeling a big call from the moon. Like I said earlier, I've been spending a lot of time in the evenings under the stars as they come out on the ocean. And oh my God, so beautiful. Normally, I'm out in the sun on the beach, but I've been spending a lot of time in the evening with the stars and the moon. So I'm just feeling that connection is instigating this message. So I'm going to just pull a collective message for you all. As you connect to the light within, and as you take in that breath, and as you focus and just live in that now, bring presence to the now, you are automatically bringing forth messages from the moon. And the moon is representative of energies that kind of are in the background until the light is shine on it. All right. So I'm going to pull, normally I do a power of 3, but instead of doing a power of 3, I'm going to do a power of 3 cards. I'm going to pull 3 moon oracle cards, 3 messages that are working in symbiosis. We can think of it as past, present, and future. Even though there is no past, present, and future, they're all working in unison through the now. But we're just going to, for human sake, I'll pull 3 cards pertaining in our perception of past, present, future. But as you all know, as we bring focus to the now of these energies, we're still creating that. It's still malleable, still changing. It still goes with the flow of you, of your energy, of your vibration. But these are the energies we're working with in the now, but also energies that need to be brought into our awareness. So let's just see what we got going here. The moon has a strong pull on us as humans. Absolutely. I'll know. I won't sleep at night if there's a full moon. I'm like, oh, there must be a full moon. And you know how the moon pulls on the tides, and the tides literally switch after the full moon. Well, if we're 85% water, it's going to have that same pull, that same movement as the ocean. Gravitational pull, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think we're like 80% water. 85%. All right. Second card. Samaj. I did not know you did. We're working with Megan, Megan Michael, and I was watching one of you guys' lives. I think it might have been your second one. See, I'm not on Facebook all the time, but I did see it, and it was really beautiful. And you were pulling cards, and you guys are working together. So I just wanted to say that was really awesome. I really enjoyed tuning in to the replay. I didn't watch it live, but that was awesome. Beautiful energy. So high vibrational, as her page is, high vibrational mastery. All right, so the third one. So we're looking at it as past, present, future, but it's all the energies always working together in the now. So the first card that you guys are receiving as a collective, and if you are interpreting it, use your own discernment of how it applies to you. If something clicks to you, it means it applies to you in that way, even if it's the opposite of what I'm saying, because it's speaking to you individually. All right, this is beautiful. I like the way that the woman has her eyes closed and she has them open. Oh my God. So what it's immediately saying, it's also representative of the merging of the spiritual and the physical into one. It is the merging of the paradoxes, of the opposites, of the masculine and feminine. Like I just said earlier with the sun, how the sun brings the illumination to the messages of the moon. They work together. And you have to, and the sun would not know its brightness. The sun would not know its light without shining on the darkness to see the difference. Just like the contrast that we experience in life, we would not know what we want or who we are or the power that we are unless we experience the contrast of that. Oh my God. So that immediately to me is saying, if you are the sun, as the sun comes out, as it shines more fully, it is just simply representative of the of the truth, of the illumination, of the message coming forward from the moon. Oh my God, this is so awesome. So it's saying if you are experiencing contrast, allow them to work for you. It is not this or that on the pendulum, on the spectrum. It is not black or white. It is black and white. It is this and that. It's like saying you have control, yet you have no control. And is that not the truth? In life, we're taught, we're told, we're co-creators. We have control of our reality. But on another point, it feels as if we don't have control. But literally what this, I think, is saying and what's coming forward is you have control within the non-control. You have that control within the non-control. And how do you have that control? How you react, how you respond, how you interact with the energy around you, say from the collective. You're not solely the sole creator of the collective energy. You're co-creator with that energy. So as that is reflected back to you, you might feel you're out of control, but you're still in control because you control how it affects you. You control what you're creating from there. You're creating a reality within a larger scope reality. And what it says is the answers you need are coming. So if you're feeling caught in between of the paradox, of the polarities, of the contrasts, know that those exact opposites, those exact conflicts are catalysts to create a new energy, to create a new answer, paradigm, insight, belief, perception. Because when you have this contrast and it's like you want to sway to the old life, but you're being pulled to the new life, but you're having a hard time merging the two together, the answers are coming through that conflict. It's like the yin and yang. They come together, they create new life within the gray. Stay within the gray, which allows this and that. It's not this or that, it's this and that, always. God source energy is about merging, harmony, not separation. If you feel separation, you got to tweak your alignment. It's not about creating separation, it's about creating unification, because there is only love. God, love, light, created all, then all is based in love and light, and that is the connecting thread to all. It's the connecting thread that we weave all experience in together, working for this greater picture. But yeah, so this is just saying in the past we might have felt conflict, we might be pulled in two different directions, and I feel it's to do with the past and the future. We're going through this great transformation right now. We are literally a bird hatching from an egg, creating a new life. That new life is created not from the outside affecting us, but our own energetic balance, harmony, perception, feeling, emotion within. And is that not what the moon is all about? Is that not what the ocean is all about? It's about those ebbs and those flows and those waves of emotion. Take that breath in. This goes with the cross breath of the sun too. As you take the breath in, you can imagine the waves coming in, circulating, bringing new life, bringing shells and stuff to the shore. And on the exhale, it takes back into the ocean all of that debris that was on the shore from earlier. Oh my God, it's just like even the cross breath works in perfect symbiosis with the ocean. Unbelievable. So that's, I believe, what this is calling us forth. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So that's saying there's a fullness, there's a culmination, a completion. Can even be an ending to a beginning. After the full moon, then it starts all over again. So this is also saying that this contrast is creating a culmination, a completion of a cycle, so that we can literally hatch that egg and move forward. I'm going to just do these cards intuitively. I'm not going to go through the book. They're saying. And Gemini, well, what's Gemini? Ruled by Mercury, quick action sometimes, communicative, and just fast, intelligence, communication, sharing, opening, expressing. So I also believe that because it's full moon in Gemini in general is about expression. It's a little more, I don't know, I'm a Gemini, and I'm just as much introverted as I am extroverted. Oh my God, so I just said it. So I said I'm a Gemini, I'm just as much introverted as extroverted. Hence, shown by the eyes open, the eyes closed, going within, going without. So it's finding that balance. that Gemini, I'm a Gemini, have to find that balance and not swing to the opposite twins all the time. It's about finding that balance. How do we find the balance, guys? Going to the breath, coming to the now, closing our eyes to outside influences and just centering yourself. Son of a bee. A teacher teaches what they need to learn. All right. I am feeling, oh my God. So Lisa. Let me turn this, guys. It's a little bit sunny here. Thank you, Father. All right. Let's go this way. Son of a bee. Let's go this way. So, yeah. So this card, the moon is obviously recognizing that imbalance, and it's just saying coming to the center, come to your now. Know that the imbalance is shaking up energies that don't need to be there anymore. Sometimes when you feel unbalanced, or say you're on a balance beam, or you're on a railroad tie, or you're just having fun like a child, you might feel a little off kilter, but that's okay, because what it actually does, that off kilter feeling, unbalance, makes that energy move. It's kind of like even releasing. So don't even look at unbalance as a negative. It's actually a positive, because that unbalancing is like moving the energy and readjusting. Just like when you try to get your balance back, you're readjusting and realigning. So imbalance is actually a gift that is moving the energies, releasing them for you can find your balance. So just say thank you for this. I'm moving energies. I'm realigning. All right. Oh my God, that's so awesome. I think this was the next one. The other energy is step out of your comfort zone. So the sun is illuminating the moon's message of stepping out of your comfort zone. This is hard to see. Yeah. So what this appears to me, how this appears to me, I'm just trying to find a spot where you can see the card. All right, here we go. See this little thing right here? I'm not sure what that is or what it stands for in universe-wise, but to me it looks like a little pair of headphones. Does that not look like a little pair of headphones wrapped around your head? So to me, this card is telling you, what is it again? Step out of your comfort zone. All right, so what you're receiving when you go within, like this card, she's going within, her eyes are shut. So, oh my God, these are already going together, so perfect. As you go within, as you connect to your intuition, your God, your divinity, you are listening, you're tuning out the outside world, but then look what's extending. You gain an insight, you gain clarity, you connect to your light when you go within. Close your ears to the outside voices. Hold on here, I need a table. Close your eyes to the Oops, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. As you close your ears in to the outside noises and influences, you connect to the light within, and then what happens, what's being called for, is look at all this light coming out. It's telling you to express that, stepping out of your comfort zone with the new energies that you've just connected to of self. You might be guided to, like, you have this insight and say, oh, maybe I need to share this information in some way, shape, or form. But that makes you a little uncomfortable because it makes you vulnerable. It puts you in a place of judgment that puts you in the spotlight. And you might have gotten not such positive feedback in the past for expressing your expression. And so it's just telling you, times have changed. The frequency is different. The platform is different on Earth. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. That's where growth and expansion occur. Share. The Gemini shares. They share their expression. They communicate. But again, those are two opposing forces that you got to find the balance in between through the breath. Shut your eyes, shut your ears to the outside. You're going to connect. You're going to connect to an inner light, an inner God mind, which is God, your higher self, which you are never separate from. You're one with your higher self. And as you tune into that, then share that energy out. And it doesn't even necessarily mean you have to communicate it in a physical way. Stepping out of your comfort zone just can be, even though this new energy, this new insight feels unbalanced. Oh my God, so this goes back to Lisa. As you're gaining new information, you might feel unbalanced because you're giving these new, I don't want to say you're giving them, but you're actually allowing them through your connection. It's all coming from within you, not outside of you. But as you feel these new energies come forth, they shake you up a little bit. You feel a little unbalanced. You're scattered. You're thinking, well, this is what I used to do. This is what I was taught. But yet this is where I'm being pulled. And so you feel a little unbalanced. That unbalance gives you the opportunity to shake out those energies, to realign, to figure out, to actually process and allow those new higher frequencies coming forth within you, which is scary, which is vulnerable, which makes you doubt, it will present fears within you that you forgot or didn't know or know you had until you bring them forth, and you're like, oh, son of a bee. This reminds me of when I was growing up, and every time I stepped out of my comfort zone or expressed myself, I got knocked down for it. So it's just, oh my God, it's an expansion and a clearing all in one as you step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So I'm not an astrologer. I'm not quite sure what the North Node represents. I forgot. But anyways, as you connect to this too, the purple's representing that Christ consciousness, that spiritual energy within. And look at to me, the white here is representing that clearing, the clearing of clouds, releasing fears. Here's the fears, all the dark. So as you connect within, you're going to release fears. They're going to be presented. Don't fight them. Allow them, acknowledge them, and say, oh, that was just an illusion I had to experience, to have the contrast, to step into my power and come to the experience of who I really am. And then that clears the energy. Oh, Abuelita Mamacita. All right, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, shh. I have so much energy coming in, and it's so much I can't process. Absolutely. And that's going to shift you. It's going to scatter your mind, because your mind, the ego, wants to figure it out too, Lisa. And so you're going to, and just embrace it. You're not doing anything wrong. If you're feeling that way, it's because you're doing everything right. You're recognizing, your physical body's recognizing those higher energies coming forth. And in order for those higher frequencies and energies and new knowledge and new you to settle in, got to get rid of that old stuff, and that's just going to be sometimes the old attachments going to be a little uncomfortable. Shifting those energies, and the physical body is going to feel a little shaken up. It's like a bird going in its nest, and if it goes back to the same nest, it's probably going to clear out the old stuff where it made its nest before with the babies, clear out and bring in some new twigs and stuff and comfort and down and feathers to create that new comfort. But in the meantime, there's a little shaken up. That's beautiful. It means you're exactly where you need to be. Stability, flatline. And even though we have experiences like that, that's good. But the growth happens when we are shaken up, when we're put off balance, when we have that influx of energies and we're like, we don't know what to do with it. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spot to be. All right. And then the third, so what it's saying is we've had the contrast. You could consider that the past energy. We're going through a rebalancing, recalibration, connecting, but being challenged to step out of our comfort zone, step into your new life, step into your new environment, step into the higher frequencies of power that you are illuminating. And then third, we got this Scorpion. Work. Oh, so what did I just say? This is going to activate, catalyze, bring forth fears. So all of these energies are actually working in unison in the now. Not really necessarily past, present, future, but if you want to put it that way, you can. So in order to step out of our comfort zone, what's our step? We got to simultaneously work through our fears. The card says work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio tends to, I think, it's a water sign. It's deep. It's deeper emotions, secretive, maybe fears that were not expressed. So it's bringing forth that. Creating a new moon. To me, the new means new, just a new platform, new life, a new cycle. Oh my God, these cards go so perfectly together. Thank you, Father. Unbelievable. So we just got to work through those fears as we connect, as we see these new energies illuminating from us. It's going to cause some discomfort because we got to kind of shake off our skin. It's like that snake shaking off its old skin. Not shaking, but whatever it does, out of its new skin, shed it in order to have that new flesh. To me, that's what this is. As you work through your fears, you're shedding the skin of the old, and you're fresh, you're clean, you're new. But remember, every moment, guys, every breath, it doesn't necessarily have to be this big cycle. Every moment is a fresh beginning, a clean slate, fresh flesh. An opportunity to release something, to connect and allow to that love and light within. Ah, so beautiful, guys. Wow. This makes so much sense for me. Makes so much sense for me. I'm leaving grief behind and starting my new life. Yeah, me too, Lisa. And I think all of us on this holy shit. And when you're so entrenched with so much emotion, and not that the emotion wasn't love, it was love in the old life. It was love, but that after a time can create security and comfort. And it's not even the life or the physical part, it's the emotions that we get attached to. It's the emotion, the thing, the life, the physical part is representative of all the emotion that we put into it, all the love. But you know, love never ends. It's a continual, eternal journey of expansion. So we're always expanding into higher capacities of love, unconditional love, more expansive, universal, unconditional love. And in order to keep expanding that, it is really difficult for the human mind to let go of its comfort, of what it thought was like the end all. Okay, this is the end all. This is where I'm staying in my life and my family, and it's going to be all nice and cozy from here on out. And then all of a sudden, a tower moment comes in, and that tower moment is so beautiful because it's really a call to expand that unconditional love. And once we get through that imbalance, once we get through the fear, once we get through the doubt, the unstableness, it also a great challenges our trust, faith, and belief, which only the other side of that, as our faith and our doubt is challenged, and trust, and oh my God, what blah blah blah, then what happens is it actually builds our trust as we work through the fears, as we go through the process, as we continue that cycle, that infinite cycle, going within, going without, going within for that going within, connecting to greater frequencies. Then what happens? We go without, and then we reach that stabilization. Then it's time to go back in. It's like that infinity symbol, going back in. We connect, then we go back out and have the physical experience, and we go back in, we go back out. So it is a cycle, but it's expansive, and it's love, and it's bringing us to a greater strength, self-realization, power. True power comes from knowing who you are. It's not outside force, manipulation, control, even mouth movement. True power comes from stabilizing in your heart center, stabilizing and anchoring in the now, and trusting who you are, trusting your God source energy, trusting in that power. That's where your true power comes, because that's how everything is created, formed, and manifested. That's a really strong message and very potent from the moon. So that intuitive, that divine feminine coming forth, so beautiful. And that divine feminine is like, same as Mother Mary, bringing forth, oh my God. So you know how we always get the bird and the chick hatching in the guy's guidance cards, and we all know we're cracking into this new life, new earth. New earth is just symbolic of us coming into new life. We're the ones creating the new earth, and through our expansion of self, more love and light, unconditional love, universal, and connecting to that universal flow of unconditional love, we are the divine feminine. We're creating a new us. And that's what the moon energy is about. Creating life, giving birth sometimes hurts. For me, it was as painful as you know what. It wasn't easy. Some of us flow easier. Some of us, it's a little harder. Some of us need the assistance of an epidural. But whatever, you're still going through the process and the flow. So the intuitive power of the moon, the intuition, the divine feminine, is bringing forth energies that we might not have recognized in order to take us and complete this cycle so that we can give birth to that new life, that new us. And it's not new. It's more of a remembering and allowing of all that we ever were. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. I feel Mother Mary here. Oh, Lisa. I always say she was my true mother. She's my real mother. Which she is. Which is always within you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Abulita. Not only is she listening, she's guiding. She's guiding the message. Oh, God. So that was really strong and powerful for the moon, because usually it's the masculine, the sun, the outward, the extrovert coming out. But this felt pretty powerful for the moon. But I believe it's all working in balance with that sun. The feminine and the masculine are coming into this beautiful alignment where one isn't stronger than the other. They're merging, they're connecting. The masculine and the physical, also represented by that cross breath, they're coming together and merging. They're merging in one in that perfect balance and unison. And then that's what we're creating from, that balance. And if you're feeling unbalanced, that's beautiful, because it's actually you're realigning and balancing. You're releasing energies, letting go of attachments, and expanding. You never ever lose the love. The love always stays with you. The experience of the attachment, the experience is what is real, because it is love that is real. And as you take that love, as you release other parts of you, and you bring it into you, you're expanding that. You're still building upon and expanding from that core essence of love that you experienced from before. And it's always just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You can think of a snowball, and you keep rolling it. Even though that initial little ball seems hidden from the outside, it's still there. That initial, oh my God. So the past energies, you can think of it this way, that initial little snowball created a little base and foundation for you to build upon. And that's what we're always doing. As we roll that snowball, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And also even the snowball analogy is white. Snow is pure, high, divine frequency connection of love, purity, innocence. So just think of that core of whatever you're creating. That's always with you. That love of your family, your mother, your father, whoever, a sibling, a daughter, a son. That core love that you're connecting to is always with you, and you're building upon it. But you got to remember also the love that you attach to on the outside or projected or experience is still, it's a love within yourself. It's a love within yourself, and it's always there, and it never ever fails you. It's just we take that love of self on the in-breath and on that exhale, we're experiencing it in our reality with all our relationships, our work, and everything. Life is so beautiful because it's a mirror, a direct reflection of the energy we're working in. And if it's painful, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. You're resisting. Pain is just resistance to your natural flow, resisting to the energy that you innately are, which is love. It's flow. It's peace. It's always working for you. So pain is just letting you know you're believing in something or hanging on to something that is not completely truth. Even though there's truth in all, you're holding on to something that isn't serving you any longer. And that's beautiful. Pain is beautiful because it can say, hey, that ain't true. Like say you want to do something and you're in pain and think, oh, I can't do this. That ain't true. All right, guys. Well, this expansion has been going on for longer than I'm used to, and the unbalanced state has been on weeks, months, Samaj, months. I have felt so unstable and not planted in influx for, I'm going to say years, okay? Years. I think the new norm is being in that, we're so used to the denser energy. We're used to being anchored. We're used to being in something. I believe the new norm is kind of being in flux, but that's a okay place. You can be anchored in the formless, in the influx, and then what you're doing is you are actually allowing more. You can think of water, or you know the cycles of matter where it's a solid, liquid, and then gas. We're kind of like liquid to gas state now. It's just like we're not that ice cube. We're not as solid, but that means we're allowing higher vibrations because, even in matter transforming, the vibration is higher. That's why it turns to a gas. That's why it's lighter. It's airier. It can go different places. We can go more places than we used to, being in flux, in balance. I don't want to say ungrounded because we're always grounded in the breath, in our heart, but we're not stuck grounded in the physical, which that is a good thing because it creates more movement. We are able to travel frequencies, dimensions, all of that. Samaj, our light language will pull us out and we will move forward. Yeah, we are moving forward. We're moving backwards, forwards, everywhere because in essence, we're everywhere all at once. It's just matching that frequency. How do we match the new frequency of the highest unconditional love that we can experience on earth? Allow, release resistance and just allow, because it's who you already are, guys. You are the light language. Light language is just an expression of our remembering of who we already are. It's a vibration of the light language is that verbal, that sound that is a remembering and activating all that we already were. It's a remembering. It's activating the light. And as you, Lisa, and you, Samaj, and me, and all of you guys do your light language, lipstick, gum, and then I spit my gum out and set it down when I'm doing my message. As we do the light language is that physical experience, the manifestation of us remembering. And you know how we sometimes will say our light language activates another? It's because we are reflections of one another. And when we see that visual, it creates a remembering. When we feel that vibration or hear it, it activates us because it helps us to remember. Like the sun is there to help us remember. Gaia, Mother Earth, is always that physical representation that we put there before we were born as a collective, as that remembering of our abundance, our healing, our self-rejuvenation, us working in symbiosis all together as a whole, as an individual in our body, but also as a whole. Light language is so beautiful. It's the language of love. It's releasing a remembering, allowing. All right, guys, I'm a Scorpio, amazing. Yeah, I got a brother who's a Scorpio. I love water signs. All right, let me just review, see if you guys, North Node is on your chart. It is that which leads you. Okay, is it, I don't know if it's unconscious or not, but it's kind of like that guiding force of the experience that we were born into, Samaj. It's leading us to fulfill our purpose, what we came for. Is that what you're saying? Let me just see here, guys, real quick. Beautiful, beautiful energy, guys. That's all I can say. I'm very lost and hurt, scared. My old man walk out, and I'll have to mom and start over. So I'm scared. Yeah, and that's a natural place to be, is scared, especially when you have a tower moment like that. But it's a releasing. It is a shake-up that has to be in order to bring forth a truer expression of you. For us to continue with the new earth paradigm, we are having to expand. We're having to, I don't want to say expand, remember who we really are, which is unconditional love. And we're going to have extremely challenging moments that are going to push us to our limits, but our physical limits. But in that, it cracks open the spirit and the light within us that carries us. Love and light to you, Gladys. Love and light, sending you love and light and strength to get through this. It's challenging you to put your beliefs not in the physical, in the visual. Moments like that where we feel people walked out on us or our physical life has been turned upside down, it's calling us to go within, to connect to our higher self, to connect to something much bigger than what we can see, to connect us to God's self-energy, and to find our power, our peace, our balance, and our anchor in that. Not the outside, but the other way around. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. All the answers are within, Lisa, as you know. Thank you. Happy Monday, guys. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you guys for joining and sharing and all of that. All right, guys. One more shot of the sun. Maybe I'll end it with a teensy bit of light language. I'm going to end it with a teensy bit of light language as a symbol, as a vibration, a remembering of who we are, connecting, and everything on the outside is that connection to what we're within. So it's beautiful. All of us should go out and just express from the highest frequency of love that we can, whether it be writing, talking, teaching, drawing, just taking a walk and being that energy you affect all. Just being. You don't have to do anything, guys. Just be, but be in that vibration of joy. Tore ia hana hoyata irokorita pahahiro tosi shurita pa haria koni ti irata puria shika oya aiana tohia koreata pa iro shukira ayana aina shiritosi pare o aya takina pore ira toshire sika are tosi pore ita kariana toresika are posi ikiriari to ita. Allow all, guys, allow all to just flow. I'm feeling an energy of ease and flow, surrender and allowance. Tori iya kaniata pariata. Set aside the human mind and just allow and just go with that flow, and it's taking us to deeper levels of trust and love. Oya kaana, oya ya to iya ka ta po iya dashi. Ti orika ayata. Irati sipa. Huriaka a. Tisi toriata. Hita oya. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.